Hey pre-calc, Miss Soli here with another lesson here in chapter 3. This is 3.5. We're going to write the equation for the logistic function today. And this is a funky one. It's got a cool shape to it. That was 3.5. The logistic function. So some key features here. Y is equal to C divided by 1 plus AB raised to the X. This is kind of your formula for your logistic function. One kind of key feature to notice or to point out is this C value here is going to be an asymptote. The upper asymptote. Let's take a look real quick at Desmos for kind of the shape that this function takes. It's not one that's as commonly used. Let's see. So your logistic function, I've got, I guess I could probably do it with sliders, right? 1 plus AB raised to the X. Excellent. Look at this. Okay. So if C is 1, let's say A is 1, B is 2. That's what I just had. So it's got kind of an asymptote shape here, a squiggle down, and it continues over there. If you were to increase the C, so C was 1, so that's that top asymptote right there is at 1. If you were to increase it, the function just gets taller and taller and taller and taller. To now I have an asymptote here at 10. That's what your C value does. A will increase like how wide that the curve is, how long it takes for the curve to curve. And one thing I think is kind of interesting, as B gets to be like a fraction less than 1, it'll flip. Same thing as if the C, put that back, if the C becomes negative, your asymptote's going to go down to the denominator. But B is what determines if it's kind of squiggling down or squiggling up. Okay. So there's a kind of an overview of what the logistic function is. I do recommend plugging this into Desmos, kind of experimenting with it. What do each of these numbers here do? That was very easy to do if you just type with letters instead of numbers, and then click add slider is how I did that. Okay. So what we're going to jump into here is I'm going to draw a graph of a logistic function, and I'd like you to find the equation of it. We're going to do 2 of these. And it's a rough sketch, right? It's a rough sketch. Okay. So your graph's going to kind of come up like this. And I'm going to tell you some points on this graph. So first of all, this point, the y-intercept is 0, 5. I've got 1 point up here, 3, 10. And then this is not drawn to scale. Asymptote is at 20. Okay. So write the equation for this function, and then we'll check it. So first of all, nice that the first thing you know is this like upper asymptote is C. So C is equal to 20. I'm going to start there. So let's see, y is 20 over 1 plus ab raised to the x. So now here I need to plug in what I know for y and x so that I can solve for a and b, get this equation, right? So let's start by plugging in this y-intercept. So if y is 5, 1 plus a, b to the 0. And x is 0. So b raised to the 0 is just 1, right? So I'm going to have 5 equals 20 over 1 plus a. Nice. Times 1 doesn't matter. Let's put this over 1 and cross multiply here. So 1 times 20 and 5 times 1 plus a. Reminder that there's kind of an invisible set of parentheses there because it's in the denominator. Let's divide both sides by 5. 1 plus a, subtract 1 both sides. A is 3. Great. Now let's plug that back into the top. I know everything except b now. So here, now y is equal to 20 over 1 plus 3b raised to the x. So again, I'm going to plug in an x is 3, y is 10. So 10, sorry, this is a little tight. 10 equals 20 over 1 plus 3b raised to the third. Solve for b. Solve for b. Okay, complicated. Let's go ahead and put this over 1, cross multiply, get b out of the denominator so I can get it by itself, right? So 1 times 20 is 20. 10 times 1 plus 3b to the third. Distribute that 10. So I've got 10 plus 30b cubed. Subtract 10 both sides. 30b cubed. Divide both sides by 30. So 1/3 is b cubed. To undo cube, right, I'm going to take a cube root of both sides. So b is the cube root of 1/3. That's a number. It's a yucky number, mind you. It's an irrational situation. But it is still just a number, right? So your logistic equation here is y equals c is 20 all over 1 plus a was 3 times, I'm going to put this in parentheses because it's a little yuckier, the third root, excuse me, of 1/3 raised to the x. Now let's just take a look at that quick just to double check our work, right? Let's jump up back over to Desmos. I wonder if I can do this. No, probably not. Okay. So we have 20 divided by 1 plus 3 times function. The cube root, there we go, of 1/3 raised to the 3, x. Okay. So let's take a look at this. Can this go away? There it is. There it is. Okay. We had 2 points on this graph that we knew. The y-intercept, the point 0, 5, and then we knew the point 3, 310. Oh, it's going to be one of those that's like hard to, you saw it, right? It flashed. There it is, 310. So these are my 2 points and looks very clearly like I do have an asymptote up there at 20 and one at 0. Great. Let's do it one more time. Okay. Example. So again, I'm going to have kind of those same 2 points that I'm going to give you. Kind of looks like that. The y-intercept 0, 11. A random one here. 5, 22. And I'm going to tell you that the y-intercept is up here at 44. Okay, so same kind of process. I've got your C is 44. So maybe I'll do this down here. Y equals 44 divided by 1 plus AB to the X. Let's plug in the y-intercept to start. So y is 11. 44 divided by 1 plus A times B raised to the 0. And again, B raised to the 0 is just 1. So that'll just kind of float away. Can't get this quite. Okay. So go ahead and cross multiply. 11 times 1 plus A, the B is gone because B to the 0 is just 1, equals 1 times 44. Divide both sides by 11. 1 plus A is 4. So A is 3. Again, cool. A is 3. Then let's plug that in again to find B. So y equals 44 is my C. 1 plus 3, B to the X. Find B. So here I'm going to plug in 5 for X, 22 for Y. Get B by itself. So let's cross multiply. I put that over 1 and then cross multiply. So 44 equals 22 times 1 plus 3b to the 5th. Divide both sides by 22. Subtract 1 both sides. And I get 1 is equal to 3b to the 5th. Divide both sides by 3. Oh, man. So 1/3 is b to the 5th. And to undo the 5th power of the 5, I'm going to take the 5th root of both sides. So b is the 5th root of 1/3. How we're going to write my answer. So y equals C is 44 divided by 1 plus 3 is A times the 5th root of 1/3 raised to the X. This is the equation for this graph. Okay. And just to see what that would look like, let's see. If I were to change this to 44 and change that to a 5, that's really the only difference here, huh? So I've got y 0, 11, and then over 5 up 22. There it is. And clearly you do have an asymptote at 44.